Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President of Forterra, Jean Duvernoy.
Good morning. We are now 8 days past the equinox, with a bracing 4 more hours of sun than we had at the beginning of the year. I hope that made it a tad easier to get here. Thanks for coming. With our nights finally above 45 degrees, those of us in the right place are serenaded at evening tide by our little Pacific tree frog. Cute fella. Beautiful voice, too. The first days of his chorus are a trusted sign of spring, a declaration that all of life is in this together. As Joseph Crutch put it, under the stars, we feel alone. But pondside, we have company. So how do we make sure to keep this company? Make sure we keep this very special corner of the planet sustaining for all of us. That's what we'll talk about this morning. And I'll pick up where I left off last year. With dirt. Mineral, loamy, organic, or mucky. Dirt. Sure, we may be in the age of miracles. The cloud, virtual reality, and Lord help us, driverless cars. But this stuff, dirt, it still matters. It always will. It's the base, the foundation for our lives and this place. It's not some cheap, interchangeable commodity, 1 acre like the next. Its value comes from location and context. We need roads, but not where a park should be. We need housing for all of us, but not on top of our farmland. We need lumber, but not by cutting down old-growth forest. That's just being cheap. Wrong location, wrong context. Doing right by our dirt, it's what Forterra is all about. We secure those places that are keystones to a future we want for us, our kids, and our grandkids. Vital places today at risk. Now, since we met last year, we've secured many of those keystone lands. This 350-acre old-growth forest will now stay a refuge for imperiled species like the marble murrelet and the spotted owl. 2,000 acres of this peaceful shoreline and forest, just an hour from here on the Kitsap Peninsula, now will be a park for this boisterously growing region, with another 1,700 acres to be saved this year. This cherished corner of Anderson Island, it called out to be saved. And we've done that, piece by piece by piece. Now, it's the largest saltwater park in all South Sound. And this little pond, also in Pierce County, is now a wonderful oasis for people from nearby Tacoma to enjoy nature and maybe picnic. And a place where our little endangered western pond turtle can now recover. This venerable old golf course in Bothell will not fall prey to sprawl. Not now. Instead, it will be a central park for all of North Lake, Washington. All of this and more, thousands of acres more, was the work of Forterra over the last year. Yeah, I like that. And I gotta say this, all of it is now safe and secure from here on in, no matter what else happens. So let's go behind the curtain, and I'll explain how our work gets done. First off, we don't do it alone. Never have, never could. It takes a community, a dedicated group of partners that includes so many of you in this room, diverse in geography, in background, in politics. Now, growing up in New York, politics were high octane. It was the late 60s, and if you notice the screen, outside of baby pictures, that's the only surviving picture of me without a mustache. So it was the late 60s, and the heat around the dinner table came as much from the conversation as from the kitchen. I remember one Thanksgiving. Who do I remember this Thanksgiving? Voices raised, tempers hot, and the Cool Whip weaponized. But that seems mild compared to politics today. From that coast to this one, we are so divided. Sure, we have our differences right here too, clearly so. But we still come together. Now, farmland, of course, is Keystone. We work hard to keep it here and green. Recently, we saw another chance to do just that. It was a bear of a job. Lots of money, red tape, whoa, so many problems, and way too many lawyers. Sympathize? So, through it all, a community member, a farmer, was by our side, making connections, logging calls, smoothing worries. We finally did it. And over a celebratory beer at his home, I asked why he stuck with us. He had a farm to run, after all. Here's his answer: the land, his neighbors, and the community that surrounds and nurtures both. It's that basic. Save the dirt, and all the rest follows. As we talked, he grabbed another beer out of the fridge. Its door was crowded with political bumper stickers. And right then, it hit me. He and I had never voted for the same guy or woman, not once, not ever. So after laughing about this, he admitted he had his doubts we could pull it off. Me coming from the Socialist Republic of Seattle, as he joked. I think it was a joke. Anyway, we found common ground. Common ground. It is fundamental to our work, and rarely easy. We have to listen. Really listen. Whether across a Formica dinette or a mahogany conference table. But when we put in that time, we find that common ground. And the reason we finally get there won't surprise you. It's because people love this place. One-on-one conversations, focus groups, polls. Every way we listen to the voices of this region, we hear the same thing. Look at the screen. That's from over 1,000 millennials we talked to about why they love this place. And it's the same, whether you're 20 or 60 plus, no matter what your job or where you're from. Because we all love this place, together we will truly secure, the Keystone lands that makes this a well-knit region of people, cities, towns, and great landscapes. That shared commitment, that is the power of here. And when we say secure Keystone lands, I promise Forterra will do all it takes. Conserving great places is a big part of it, of course. It's how we started 30 years ago. It still gets our hearts beating a little faster and always will. This December, we received a very generous bequest to conserve habitat. Yeah, our hearts really moved quick that day, I'll tell you. Thank you, Jack Alberton. Your love of this place lives on through that gift. Now, some of Jack's friends are here today, and thank you for coming and joining us. Thank you. So here's the thing. Securing Keystone lands takes everything we can muster. Even beyond conserving land for habitat, even beyond buying land for affordable homes. Keystone places need our care to be really secure. That's why we started our Green City programs, to get people out caring for their parks and open spaces, Keystones for healthy neighborhoods. To secure other Keystone lands, they need to support jobs, like our farms, our working forests. When day in, day out, people can earn a livelihood on these places, there's ample reason to keep them green and undeveloped. Conserving, buying, caring for, helping people create livelihoods. We've been at it for over a quarter of a century. And you know what? We're just getting started. Once we secure these keystones, they're here to stay, keeping here the place we love. Together with you, together with all of you, there's no stopping us, no matter what they do in that other Washington or anywhere else. All right, okay, so this morning we're going to share some unexpected stories about the many ways we secure Keystone places. Our dirt. First, you'll hear about seeding new livelihoods in our working forests. Then news about our daring new initiative in our cities. Next, okay, surprise. We're going to ask you for your generous investment in all of this. And thank you very much in advance. Finally, a quick tour of the Great Northern Corridor. So we will be following our region's Keystone lands down several paths. Paths that really twine tightly together to keep us the great Pacific Northwest.